'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the wood not a child was moving, all stock still they stood. Their blood was froze as the chill winter air, as they listened to the sound of young flesh tear. They all hoped another would be found in their stead, wondering if this night would see them all dead. Adam's collar is drained, Mike's covered in mud, as the snow becomes stained with warm flowing blood. When out in the woods there shrieked such a clamour, and little Jen wished that she'd brought out her hammer. A terrible growling noise, like gore, sounded like the slamming of hell's fiery door. The moon hung high as the chainsaw roared, and the hapless children found themselves floored, when what to their wondering eyes did appear but a serial killer with blood and gore smeared, with a shuddering body and grin all too glad. They knew in a moment he must be quite mad. He came to mow them all down, one by one, until came the reprieve of a warm winter sun. Now, Mikey and Adam and Jen, though you hide, I have been sent to the underworld I guide. Come out from your spots, come out from your coves, and join the harsh fate of the other damned souls. As snow that flurries from the black winter sky, the children all fled as they shrieked and they cried. First to be caught was little Jen Sue, whose flesh was flayed off to be eaten by shrews. With a knife in her heart and a stake through her head, it wasn't so long, for she was sure to be dead. And Adam was next, with his hands and feet bound, with parts of his body scattered on the ground. His flesh was all tarnished with knife marks and scars, and he looked almost like he'd been run down by cars. He found little Mike by following his tracks. He was easily downed by the toss of an axe. His bloody little mouth was smashed up with a wrench, and when his murderer laughed, it left quite a stench. The sound of his laughter rang harsh in the air, and poor Mike, in his fear, knew he hadn't a prayer, as the pain did him in till his screams died down. A terrible shriek could be heard through the town. All the townspeople shivered and frowned at the sound, and they wondered what out in the woods could be found. As the sheriff awoke and got out of his bed, he grumbled and wished the troublemakers were dead. not realizing, of course, that their fate had been sealed, the blood of their folly on the ground congealed. When he found Mikey's body with Adam and Sue's, he prayed that he could drown the memory with booze. And though they searched through the week in the cold winter snow, it seemed like the demon had been dragged down below. But the killer was hid in the masses of men, not to be found until next Christmas again. In my nightmares I hear him, his mad eyes quite bright. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good fright.